Sunnis extremists against the Shias, but they got to reconcile the two factions. They do not want extremist Salafist groups running Syria. By the way, just yesterday night, Jolani and the Saudi Prince bin Salman met in Riyadh. Interesting what came out of this meeting. There's also a concern in Russia about the spread of extremism among the Muslims, which is 15% of the Russian population. And the Russians also don't want to see like Syria moving in that direction and extremism spreading in their area. So those are just a few personal observations on the expression of the sixth ray of devotion and idealism that I thought of sharing with you. Of course, it's much more complex. This is very simplistic, what I bring. And my question is the sixth ray expressing itself so violently because it is on its way out? Today, Uta will not be with us. She is in India for another 2 weeks. So sending many blessings and gratitude to her. I will be leading the meditation instead of her this week, as well as the next 2 weeks, till she comes back from her trip. Okay. So let us get into our service work in meditation. Let's settle in our body. In the inner silence and letting go of noises, both outer and inner noises. And be with ourselves for a moment. Bringing our awareness to the center of the head. Becoming a conscious soul in this life. A conscious soul incarnate. I am a conscious soul incarnate. Coming together in the group heart, we connect with our co-workers in all nations. And we join our minds in the telepathically unified field of our group mind. Together, we stand as a group soul in the will to peace. We come into vibratory alignment with the higher co-workers who guide this work. Our masters, our guides. Tuning our group heart to their vibration, a vibration of all-inclusive love, a vibration of grace. Tuning our group mind to their light of discernment and clarity. We step into our service function on behalf of the Middle East. Standing at the midway point between the higher forces above and the Middle East below. Getting an overall sense of this large, volatile field of consciousness. The powerful local, regional, and global forces. Observe this planetary focal point of great intensity on all levels. On the mental plane, the many different agendas vying for influence and how on the astral plane, the mental turbulence stirs the emotional forces into intense activity. And wherever they cannot be held, how they erupt into physical violence. Link for a moment with the population on different points of the burning ground. We focus today on the population of Syria that is undergoing a tremendous change, and the thousands of refugees coming back home to an unclear reality and a dubious future. We focus on the population of Gaza, returning to their burnt ground, facing probable expatriation. We focus on the population of Israel, receiving back in installments a few of its kidnapped in Gaza in exchange for Palestinian detainees and facing radical social changes. All the many people with different religious beliefs trying to figure out what is right in this chaotic situation. After focusing on those few points, let us now release all judging and all thoughts of right and wrong, and let us contain this volatile situation with what we call the scientific compassion. Now, from our midway point, we turn our eyes upwards towards the divine plan. Towards the intended design for the Middle East. And allow our higher guides and higher co-workers to impress us with their love wisdom. Holding the vibration of the intended design in our group awareness, bring the intended design now into relation with the condition on the ground. And sense a magnetic relationship being set between the potential and the actual. And sense the energies flowing between them. As above, so below. Let us hold for a while this continuity. And in this continuous flow, see and sense a shaft of pure golden white light, broad and brilliant, a shaft flooding West Asia. See a huge column of light pouring through all the planes, and hold this column steady in the will to peace. See so light flooding the mental sphere of the Middle East. Visualize the mental forces in the area slowly aligning into an inclusive soul vision. Every human life is sacred. We are all parts of one human family. See the soul light pouring into the astral plane of the Middle East, touching hearts with grace, gently pointing towards tolerance and temperance, pointing toward a way back to trust in basic human goodness. See the light now pouring into the etheric physical plane of the Middle East, penetrating into the earth, enhancing the ongoing disintegration of the old separative patterns. Imagine the transmuting process happening within the pillar of light. And we call on the higher forces to help with this transmuting process. And we, humans, stand witness to the necessary destruction and suffering. And we know and affirm that the solar plexus fire will eventually rise to become the fire of love in the heart of humanity. And let us stream forth this transmutation through the great invocation in Arabic and in Hebrew. من نقطة النور في العقل الإلهي ليشاع النور في عقول الناس وليهبط النور إلى الأرض. من نقطة الحب في القلب الإلهي ليتسرب الحب إلى قلوب الناس وليرجع معلم الكون إلى الأرض. من المركز الذي تعرف منها إرادة الله لتقود الغاية إرادة الناس البسيطة، تلك الغاية التي يدركها المعلمون ويخدمونها. من المركز الذي نظن بالجنس البشري لينتج تسمين الحب والنور ويختم على الباب الذي يقيم به الشر، ليجدد النور والحب والقوة التسمين على الأرض. الله أمين.
מנקודת האור אשר בדעת אל, יזרום האור אל דעת האדם, ירד האור על פני האדמה. מנקודת האהבה אשר בלב האל, תזרום האהבה בלבבות אנוש. ישוב מורה עולם על פני האדמה. מהמרכז שבו נודע רצון האל, תנחה תכלית את רצונות אדם. תכלית אותם מורי האנושות יודעים ומשרתים. מהמרכז אשר נקרא המין האנושי, תוגשם תוכנית האהבה והאור, ויחתם הפתח אל הרע. יהי רצון, ויחדשו אור אהבה ועוצמה, את התוכנית על פני האדמה. אמן. Oh